All right, are we live? Not about to find out. Think that we are. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. I thought I would sit down, do a live for you guys. Let me give you guys forearm shot before we get started. Hopefully, this was a real start. We'll find out momentarily. As soon as we get some people in here, we'll know. All right, there's the first light. Definitely a real start. So, let's talk the topic at hand. The current fitness news. Apparently, I just saw it come through my feed. Of course, I've addressed the Jeff Nippard thing in the past. Apparently, Jeff is now suing Mike Van Wyck, which I think is a smart move. Realistically, look, this is a one-sided situation. It's a one-sided situation with Jeff and Mike. Like, Mike was clearly out of line. Any reasonable person would agree with that, right? Any reasonable person would agree with that. The guy was out of line. He assaulted him over minor words that weren't even, Jeff didn't even really insult him or start a fight or any stuff, and the guy pretty much throat punched him. Again, everyone agrees that's completely unacceptable, right? Completely unacceptable. So, of course, he's suing him. I'd sue him. Totally, right thing to do. And I think, again, every reasonable person in the community is going to support Jeff on this. It would, for anyone to even support Mike, would be an unreasonable trolling position just to get publicity. Let's just be realistic. In fact, I mean, if I really wanted to cash in on it, I would jump up and support Mike's. Right? Support Mike. So let's get over to some questions and everything. Now that we got that out of the way, I mean, I'll address that further if people want my thoughts on it. But let's get over and get to some of these questions, give some of you people trickling in a forearm shot here. Veins are on point today. All right. Conor McGregor was never my friend, says, howdy, Blaha. Howdy to you. Howdy to you, brother. John Gentle says, you are shredded, man. I'm getting there slowly but surely. We're going to keep rolling with it, though. We're going to keep getting leaner, keep getting more aesthetic. Definitely a couple pounds a little lighter after getting home. Dan says, hey, Jason, how would you coach a brand new first-time lifter? I would start them with basic exercises. I've coached pretty much a rank novice or two already for online coaching. It's a little more difficult, but it started with some basic movements, and you literally almost have to get them in camera and walk them through some stuff on the form coaching. I had one though who actually was not even a normal healthy person, disabled vet with 2 fused discs, who got in touch with me through my Facebook, and I coached him for about 6 months and got him at least up and moving again. But I mean, he never got that strong. He had a pair of adjustable 25-pound dumbbells, but we built him up with that. I mean, we just did very basic exercises, right? Novice type programming. I throw in some extra bands and other stuff that even for the novices. My back is bigger. Hey man, good to see you. Good spirits. Can we expect the next? There will be no more client vlogs for a bit. Just the way it's going to be, right? For now, there will be no client vlogs. All right. Glad to hear Jeff is suing to the full extent of the law. Mike is a stain on society. I mean, I don't understand what Mike's problem is, to be fair. All right. I don't really understand what the guy's problem is. I don't know. I don't know enough about him outside of that incident. The guy obviously has major issues. I wonder if Jeff will waste a lot of money on legal fees just to win in court with no comment. I don't know, because I don't know what Mike's net worth is or anything. I have no idea. Is it worth coaching non-strength athletes with 1 rep maxes and training maxes? Yeah, if they want to get strong. Why wouldn't they? Guy says, Ferg, veins popping, dude. Veins popping. Watch out. Your veins are poking out of the screen, bro. Looks sick. Coming along, man. All natural All natural lanes, baby. Coach, is there a significant difference in the hypertrophy between rows and wide grip pull-ups for lats? I'm going to say the wide grip pull-ups probably will grow the lats a little more. Texas Can Deal says, hey, Jason, would you have done anything differently to Jeff in the throat punch situation? Yeah, man, I would have moved out of the way. All right. How many inches should a deficit deadlift be? Somewhere between 1/2 inch up to about 6 inches. Bob, I'm just not going to discuss my trip. We're just going to leave it be. You guys saw all that you need to see. All right. Naomi, I'm just not going to do client vlogs for now. Let's leave it at that. All right. Any benefit to 20 rep sets? Yes, there have been. I do 20 rep plus sets sometimes. I program 20 plus rep sets, particularly for people pursuing some physique goals. Is it worth doing plyos for a novice? In fact, I did 20 rep sets today and yesterday. Come on now. Nick, do you not watch my training vlogs? Come on now. You're going to come in my live streams. All right. And not know that I do 20 rep sets on camera this week? Come on. All right, Dan, is it worth doing plyos for a novice lifter who does sports like wrestling? For notice sports like, I'm going to say yes. Oh, I'm not going to make fun of the thing. I don't want to pick a fight with Lane. Come on, Ophelia. Other than that's a good way. That is a good way to waste a lot of money. Like, going to be Lane's expertise on how to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars for a piece of paper that says you win. Okay. Jason, how you feeling, dude? I'm fantastic. Why would you think otherwise, Tobert? All right. So, I'm not going to faze me today. We're going to stay upbeat. Chris says, pocket liner strikes again. What did he strike on? Chris, what happened? What did pocket liner do? Does your pet rat still use HGH? No. Nope. Why the switch from pulling a sled on grass machine to sled on asphalt? Purely practicality. New to the channel, what are the rules, my guy? No repeating stuff you hear on troll videos or troll websites about me, number one. Number two, don't ask me how to pick up girls. Those are your two biggest ones. Don't try to bypass words in my spam filter by typing them different, right? Nick Camp says, I missed it today. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. It's all good, bro. Nick, always forgive me, man. Not everybody doesn't really have time to watch all my vlogs. I put up a lot of training vlogs, dude. I totally understand if you don't have time to watch all of them. Do you know the best resource for learning some plows or learn about them? No. I would like a Lane Norton and Blaha collab. I don't think we need that. Chris, about pocket line, you're talking about pocket line. Chris, you guys got to preface that. Instead of answering the above question, because I may have forgotten who asked it, you should say, pocket liner set so that I know the reference. But I remember that it was you who said that. He said, Ronnie Coleman was natural, dude. Marcel, you sound very cocky, Jason. No, I'm just chatting. I'm being confident today. Dan says, what accessories would you add to starting strength? Curls, barbell curls. Nephilium says, I love you, Jason. Well, I love you too. I don't even know you, bro. I know you're probably not a girl, by the way. All right. Can we ask you how to pick up men then? Lols. No, you can't. PS5. Does PEDS help a lot? I'm glad that you separated it as two words. A lot of people type a lot as a single word. For strength and muscle mass, and why some people take lots of PEDS and said it only helps 5%. They say the 5% because of Rich Piana, I guess. Tosa says, to be fair, hundreds of thousands of dollars to someone making Lane's money is probably written off as, I don't know, man. That's a big chunk for anybody. Told you good, Jason. You look tired and zoned out. I'm worried for you, brother. He says, I look tired and zoned out. Tober, you're not actually worried about me. All right. George Bristol says, Mark himself is still claiming natty. All natural NPP, all natural growth hormone. All right, just curls. Would it be worth adding to rep, abs, shoulder, hamstring work? Maybe, but I would start with some curls. Why the switch? Didn't we just cover that? Practicality. It was just more pragmatic for me. King Bruce says, I'm a Blaholic. Blaholic. How do we pronounce that? I've got to work on that. Okay. All right. What's the most times you've been recognized in public in one day? Probably at an expo. Hundreds. Chris says, Jason, hey, this Texas guy retracted a message. What did he put? Do I need to ban him? I totally missed what he put. I'm assuming anyone who retracts a message wants to get banned. They put something they don't need to have. All right. Jason, the Indianapolis Colts need a quarterback. You interested? No. Who are you voting for? I don't discuss that. Oh, George, I think I kept it because I blocked him separate and then removed the post. All right. Are you going to go back to powerlifting ever? One day. One day, but I'm not going to give you guys any heads up. If natural lifter best bench is 315 natty, Hal takes roids, how much would, I don't know. You're acting like that's some sort of set number. I can't even give you an average. Somewhere between 5 pounds and 300 pounds. Okay. See how big of a disparity that is? All right. Yeah, Bob, they are. They're ridiculous. How difficult is it to change disc brakes on a 2004 Toyota Corolla? I don't know anybody with a Toyota Corolla in 2000. I wouldn't know. Are you still thinking, I don't currently have a tattoo on the agenda? What do you guys mean easy with the Toyota? I don't understand the Toyota Corolla thing. Is this an inside joke or something I don't know about? Like, does somebody own a 2004 Toyota Corolla that y'all need to aware me of? Because I don't know of anyone who actually owns that specific car that I can think of. So it's got to be a reference to something. I can't wait. Love seeing you lean. What makes you think I'm not going to be even leaner if I do that? Do you prefer 3x5 or 5x5 novice programs? It depends. It depends on what they're doing in terms of volume. I don't have a preference for one over the other. It depends on what the person's recovery and everything looks like. I'm not going to discuss that. I'm just going to leave that alone. You know what? I'm going to quit stirring the pot. I'm going to leave it alone. What's the best novice program out there with accessories built in? any of mine. I have multiple of them. Okay. Have you ever changed disc brakes? Yes. Get rid of this guy. All right. Again, gives an idea. Glitch in the Matrix. Nice physique. Sure, I remember watching you many years ago. You are a beast. Thank you. George says, Jason, do you ever go to Vegas? Fun place for going a bit of a bodybuilding mecca? No. Dan, go to my free programs playlist. I also, my Ice Cream Fitness 5x5 was literally published in Muscle and Strength like 12 years ago. It's still up with over 10 million views. What type of rig do you recommend for training half rack or full rig? Well, get a full rig. Do you still make any royalties off your novice program? No, they paid me up front. So I don't get any additional money from that. They paid me all a lump sum to publish that. It was like a one-time check, and then they link it back to my thing. And so I just get video views. I mean, honestly, the novice program has been there so long, it only makes like $5, $10 a month. That's it. That's all it makes. Just sitting there for a decade collecting tiny bits of ad revenue. Coach, is it harder to get lean or stay lean? I don't know. Hey, Stuart, I don't understand your question. Why would you assume all disc brakes are the same? That's, again, what does any of that have to do with this channel? You do realize there are different types of disc brakes on different cars, and the ease of difficulty of changing them is Dan, awesome. I'll check it out. Thanks. How do you know when you're done with a novice program? When you're done with a novice program. Best exercise for hold on. King Bruce says, I've noticed you're getting much more vascular size, getting leaner. Is there a training that helps that look? Probably some of the higher rep forearm stuff and all that probably helps, right? Doing cardio helps, but mainly just getting leaner. Smelted, no, I'm not going to address any rumors. Sorry. In fact, even references to them is just going to be banned. Whether they're true or not is irrelevant. Stuart, why did you think I answer car questions? Where did you come up with that idea? What? Did you just make that up yourself? Jason, your thoughts on the new documentary for missing stuff from around the world? I don't understand your reference. Tips for getting nervous in a public gym. Don't get nervous. Bob, I can't help you there. Why would you be nervous in a public gym? So if I'm a person who looks at you and goes, I don't understand why you would be nervous, I'm probably not going to be able to help you. Just walk in and train. For hypertrophy, doing 7 sets total, do you think are generally better doing 3 sets of 4 than 4 sets of 10, or the other way around? What? Yeah, you're asking for too much complexity. Programming which is a better. I could be your running coach in exchange for your powerlifting life skill coaching. I'm not interested in a running coach. I thought you answered car questions. Nope. Does anyone have a link to his novice programs? Yeah, hold on, dude. All right, hold on. Let's see what we got. Give me a second. Y'all gonna make me dig it up. Here's the original Ice Cream Fitness 5x5. There you go. Are you familiar with Ehlers-Danlos? There's different types of it. So no, I don't have a general recommendation. It's going to depend on the individual person. Dan, do you think a career in personal training is lucrative? Maybe. Halitosis says, too many wannabes filming in public gyms and putting you on gym fails. What are we talking about? Isn't training novices the only reason many people want to become coaches? I don't understand. Maybe, I don't know. I've been coaching advanced people a long time. Bob says, I'm nervous because I'm not very big and I worry about being dwarfed by the big guys, but they have equipment that I want to use. Should I wear a hoodie? What the fuck, Bob? I'm so I don't even know how to answer that. Just get your ass to the gym and quit being a pussy. Jesus, dude. Look, just stop. Stop all that nonsense. Just go to the gym. Seriously, dude. What the fuck? I can't even comprehend that. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't do it, dude. Are the incline curls something you'll be able to do continually without tendon pain from the stretch? Yes. You look very relaxed in that traveling airport video. I did more than one. Are you a seasoned traveler? Yes. All right. Why would I know anything about what Koneski does? I thought Koneski doesn't even lift anymore. He just does prank videos and imitates me. Doesn't he make his entire living imitating me or something? Like that's his whole reason, all he does or something. Walks around pretending to be me in public or something like that. To my knowledge, that's the only thing that I'm aware of he actually does. I could be wrong because I don't actually that and like pretends to be a Russian gangster or something. Right? Get a Winnie pump. What? Like many people are capable of coaching novices as soon as they advance if they're asked for coaching, they're left stumped. Well, yeah. Stuart, why would you come to a place like this asking for, like, even if I were a car expert, how would I possibly help you with that in a live stream? Like you need to go get instructions on specifically what you're doing. Like go find videos specific to your car, right? And go from there. Does CBD really help for muscle pain? I don't know. Some people maybe, yeah. Do deadlifts build forearms? Potentially, yes. Everyone else in the gym feels the same. They will probably, yeah, most people are supportive. Like I don't even understand the being nervous in a gym. The purpose of a 2.0 versus the original for people who couldn't recover from the workload. But Bill says, I used to go to the gym with a cane and my amputee brace. And nobody cares. Just go to the gym. Yep. Oh, gosh, you guys just never stop. All right. You guys never stop. Okay. Would you recommend someone who failed a 185 bench 5 times do a 10% reset? Yes, obviously. What's a good intermediate program? You could look at, there's a lot of different ones, dude. You could run some conjugate. You could just do some power building, do 5-3-1. You can start figuring stuff out for yourself at that point. Konevsky stopped doing you while ago. Not mainly the Russian gangster goes in weighing people and checking how. Yeah. I don't really understand what Konevsky does, honestly. Chris says, yeah, the trolls are paying. They're going to keep paying. All right, that's fine. Do novices' forearms grow from the big basics? My forearms are skinny AF and I have a short torso. If you have a muscle that's not growing, train it directly. Problem solved. All right. Thoughts on Mike Menger's high-intensity training? I have whole videos discussing my thoughts on the pros and cons of Menger. Advice to lifters after taking 2 months off lifting. How long should it take to return their strength? I'm asking for myself. A month or two. Do you only increase calories for novice when you plateau or not stall? No, I mean, they're generally going to want, if they're fairly lean, some upward trend. Calories should be adjusted based upon any changes you want to see in body weight. I missed a start. Did you give Jeff some advice? No. Why would I need to? He's got a lawyer. Thanks for ball and smug. Best money I spent. Yeah, what? Best exercises for big forearms, wrist curls and wrist extensions. What size battery with 2004 Toyota Corolla? Guys, I don't understand these Toyota Corolla questions. Okay. Am I missing something here? Okay. All right, let me stop it. What am I missing with the 2004 Toyota Corolla? Is that associated with me somewhere as like a troll? No, I really don't know because I don't know anyone who owns one. So I don't understand the question. Like, is this some weird troll reference? I really don't understand. All right. Thoughts on MK677 mile? I don't discuss gear on here really. No, it's a waste of money. Hey, Jason, I know you don't normally do in-person training. How much did you charge you? Probably $100 an hour. Would getting to a 135 barbell curl give big arms? Why would you be maxing on that barbell curl? All right. I meant 135 for like 12 reps. Well, you probably are going to need really big biceps to even be close to doing that to begin with. I think you have it mixed up the other way around. Hey, Jason, I was wondering what you thought of Mark Rito's version of the barbell curl uses a back clean and shoulder. I haven't seen it. I don't know. All right. All right. I'm just going to start banning the silly card questions. I'm going to assume it's some weird troll thing I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm just going to get rid of you. All right. Are inverted rows good for wrestlers? Yes. Why wouldn't they be? Can most intermediates get a good training stimulus with just 3 days a week of training? Yes, of course. Of course they can. Do you still recommend lifting faster to create more muscle fibers? I don't think it honestly matters. I think going a little slower will get the same thing as long as you reach the same proximity to failure. On a rep for rep basis, sure, we can make the case for it, but in terms of a total set, I don't think it really matters that much. Oh, hey, just watching. I just started banning people for it because I assume it's some weird troll thing. What's going on with the title? Where did you get this info? I saw it on Barbend. J.M. Langston. Hey, Jay. Well, hey, M. Did you lose subs when you banned? Nope. Basie, what are you talking about? You see HEB, like what? Okay. Why would you think I do that? That's weird. That is so weird. All right, bye. Oh my gosh. Can we get to real lifting questions? Bruce says, is doing kettlebell swings at 45 pounds okay? And if so, how long should I go with them? Yeah, they're fine. That's good conditioning. Good conditioning. Hey, Jason, do you think why do you think the starting strength coaches and people they train don't look like they lift? Because they don't do curls, they don't do enough arm work, right? They don't do enough arm work, and they don't focus on their body composition. It's bad diet on top of it. So that's just a combination is why. Probably most likely. Thoughts on GH15? Well, I mean, what are you asking me about GH15? He put up very extreme information for extreme bodybuilders who abuse large amounts of gear. Okay? And that is what it is. Are you still bros with Scotty Dab? Yeah, I like Scotty. You were cool. Marco, does 1 kilogram of muscle really only burn 13 calories a day? I've had a hard time believing this yet. Yes, while sleeping, if you don't move. But once you start moving, we start dealing with exothermic effect, NEAT, all that stuff. It starts adding up. Why did you choose training as a career path? I don't know why I chose it as a career path. Is it worth doing super slow eccentric sometimes to help confuse your muscles? No, muscle confusion is not a thing. M. Langston, I think we're in the same biology class at Blunt. It's not Blunt. All right. I just started getting back into lifting and saw a document. Is that crazy, whatever one people are trying to tell me about, full of crazy stuff that's whatever they do? I don't get it. Intelligent, can a fully natural lifter achieve a 405 bench press? Yes, but it is extremely rare. Do carnivores just want an excuse to eat sticks of butter and ribeye? No, I think they're mentally ill, honestly. I'm not going to discuss if Jeff is a fake natty or not. I really don't care. GH15 was said to be Nasser Faker. I've heard that same rumor too. Do you shave? No, I narrow my back. Should I continue to deadlift with ankles? I'm not. I have no idea. Maybe ask your. Didn't you ask your doctor, dude? Ask your doctor on that one. And Scotty's been doing some stuff that he doesn't want all that out there. I know what Scotty's doing, and it has to do with his career and everything. So don't worry about it. It's fine. Is a 110-pound dumbbell standing shoulder press for 5 reps good? Yeah, I think so. Why do I stall for a couple workouts on bench after adding 5 pounds? I have to literally do a 10% reset every time I add 5 pounds. I don't know. I would need to see what's going on. You may want to get in for the consultation and look at things. Do you regret many things? I would have done a couple things different, which I've already said, right? There are some things I would have absolutely done different. I wouldn't have not done YouTube, but I would absolutely have not done a couple things that I did. And then I wouldn't have had any of the problems, I think. Simmons says it's not very good. Dude, all the stuff people say about me, they get so much stuff wrong in general. It's so inaccurate. What can you do? Who cares? Matt says, Jason, I did my regular 10:30 a.m. workout at 7:15. Needed to confuse and shock the muscle growth. The muscles didn't see it coming. Man, I bet. Why do I feel slower and have less energy at 24 years old compared to when I was 19 to 20? Is it normal due to getting older? I don't know. Something with your lifestyle is causing it. Jason, favorite 80s movie? I don't know, maybe Predator or something. Let's go with that. How can lifters with very long arms best bring their bench up? Get bigger. Get bigger. I got long arms, dude. Get bigger. You see me rep 315 all the time. Lifting, what's the funniest thing that's ever happened to you during a training session? I have no idea. I can't think off the top of my head. Is it better to have a lean physique or to be strong? Both. Both. Have you ever been to Alaska? No. Marcio says, how to bench 700. You need to be one of those 6 guys in the world who's done it. That's what you need to do. Your opinion on hook grip for deadlifts, coach, depends on what you're trying to do. Do you have the proper thumb length? Do you prefer doing it? Are you willing to deal with the thumb numbness? Right? I wouldn't even mess with it myself anymore because I play guitar. Gerger, I already kind of told you I would need to see what's going on with your stuff. Like that's not a straightforward, hey, why is this happening? Because I don't know what's up with your diet and training and everything. Was Arnold's chest so good because he only had, well, his genetics were a factor. Lifting, how do you balance the need for maximum strength gains while maintaining athletic performance in a specific sport? And how would you adjust programming based on competition phases? I would adjust all that based on what's going on with the lifter. That is not a straightforward, hey, what's the exact answer? The answer is you figure out what the specific athlete needs and make that adjustment. And I know that sounds like a trite answer, but it's the real answer. Bob, I'm not going to be uploading the footage. That's okay. I have it for later in case I choose to one day. How to bench 700 yeah, that's definitely part of it, but it takes more than that. Can Michael Hearn help make America healthy again? Maybe. Hey, George, I'm not going to discuss the personal lives of clients. When was the last time you got in a fist fight? I don't know the exact year. He would get approached in it. I have literally been, we just covered all this. I actually was in a public gym twice this last week. I don't know why you guys think that. No, I don't want to have whereabouts where I'm going to be known ahead of time in a public gym to put it up because I've had problems. Like I've been swatted. Like people are not going to approach me and confront me. They're going to do crazy stuff like swatting. Okay. Do you think Louis Simmons can make you bench 405? I don't know about that. Is a high protein diet essential for building muscle? Yeah, it's a real good idea. Mike has great training and nutrition advice, but is now walking ad for dangers of lip fillers, lips no longer natty. Oh my God. Jason, you know a way of loosening up the lip, tightening up loose ligaments and tendons, strength training? Can you detail a scenario? I'm not going to detail a scenario, but I mean, I've obviously had to do it quite a few times. All right. Had to do it quite a few times. Have shoulders been the most injury prone joint for you personally? Yeah. Do you think Diddy is innocent? I doubt it. Hey, Peter, you already know not to ask those questions. Can most intermediates handle 3 to 5 sets per muscle group weekly? Yeah, they probably need a bit more. All right. Describe your process. I'm not going to describe my process for assessing individual clients' abilities. Weird people. Yeah, guys, if we would just ignore that stuff and go back to real questions, it would be appreciated. I'm just not addressing troll stuff at all. It's just way better if I don't. So we ignore it and we move on. The lifting person sounds like an AI. No, I think he's a real person based on stuff he puts. Lifting, no, your questions are valid, but you're asking very detailed analysis as a Q&A question. That's all I'm saying. Can most people bench 315 in their lifetime? In theory, yes. It could take a lot of work for people who are not don't have the best genetics per se, but it's doable. Can you play through the fire and the flames? No. Hey, Simeon, can we drop this topic, please? All right. All right. Is 120 kilograms bench press good at 85 kilograms? Yeah. Lifting, it says I'm pre-screening potential strength coach. No, lifting, it's because you're asking very detailed questions about analysis in a Q&A. I guess that's not something I can do. Hopping just question to question is easy, right? Because again, that's a very individual thing you deal with individual clients. And I don't necessarily need a mobility test for every client by any means, because most of the people I'm working with already lift. By the time they get to me, they already have some training footage, they have some other stuff. I have stuff to work with and see what they're doing already. Jason, do you taper carbs down throughout the day, or do you spread them out evenly per meal? I don't really. I keep them pretty constant, really. Lifting routine prompts through Chat GPT. I don't understand what that means. CB, do you still pause all your bench pressing work? No, this week I did very, very soft touch and go. The main thing, though, is the control touch. All right. What's the most technically difficult guitar song you know that I've messed with at all or played any of on camera? I'm still very much, I need to go back and work on it more. It's going to be Sultans of Swing. And no, I don't know it very well. Would you take on Ian McCarthy as a client again or still? We briefly discussed something with it a long time ago. Or does he carry too much back? I would coach again. No, I'd coach again. Lifting says majority of these questions are shit troll questions. True. A lot of them are lifting, but again, asking for how I go about a mobility assessment when I don't really do much mobility assessment, mainly because, again, I generally deal with people who already lift and I've got lifting footage usually, right? So if I already have lifting footage, I can already see what they're capable of. Other than dumbbells, how can one address uneven muscle groups and imbalances? Try to train more balance, or maybe don't think about those imbalances so much. If my bench is currently 130 kilograms at 85 kilograms body weight, but my body fat is around 18% and my goal is 140, would it be possible in the 82 weight class? Maybe. Maybe. Josh Temple, would you coach me? I don't know enough about you to know why that's a problem. Josh, I've seen your name mentioned, but I actually don't know who you are. Sorry, I'm not being a dick. I literally have not watched any of your stuff. I just know that your name has come up a couple times in some lives, and I'm not sure if you hate me or a fan. I don't know. I haven't watched your stuff, dude. I just know your name has come up somewhere. So I don't know if you're a hater or if you like. I don't know your position. So if you're saying, would you coach me? I don't know. I might. Yeah. I mean, so do you need coaching? Put in an application and let's see if you're someone I would take on. And I'm saying that because I don't know anything about you. I just know the name. Like you've come up a couple times. So I think you have a channel or something. Can you perform a Jimi Hendrix teeth solo? What? Probably not. I don't know what else going on at the end. I know he had some problems recently, but I didn't keep up with it. Do you like Primus? I love Primus. What cut of steak do you prefer for flavor or for bodybuilding purposes? I think for lifting purposes, sirloin or flank because they're lean, but I do really like ribeye. I like ribeye and T-bone a lot for flavor. Josh says, no, it's all good. I get it. How to prevent injury during deadlift. Learn to deadlift correctly. Don't have overuse injuries. Make sure your abs and lower back are strong. Jason, Halloween coming up. What's your favorite horror scary movie? I don't know what my favorite is. Bob says, what percentage of clients that submit applications do you accept? To actually go through the application process and complete the process, about 90%. Like if they make it through the actual application process, I take about 90%, at least for a couple months. Do you like birds? I don't know who that is. Big Lenny always said flank steak was the best cut for bodybuilding. It's in the top couple. Jason, any concerns with eating even lean red meat more than 2 times a week when training and doing cardio? No, it's fine. Have you traveled a lot? Yeah, I don't want to travel a lot these days, though, anymore. Lifting says, okay, how much could Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees lift in the week? I have no idea. About 350, 350, 350. Lifting says, what are the current research trends in strength conditioning that you actively follow? And how do you integrate new findings into your training practices? Oh, gosh. I just saw one on rest pause training versus straight sets, actually. And I mean, I would implement it looking at it as showing that the rest pause may potentially create more fatigue, may not create extra hypertrophy on a set for set basis a little more. But noting that because of the fatigue factor on it, it may not have any advantage at all in total hypertrophy due to the stimulus to fatigue. So that was one I was reading actually yesterday. So, I mean, we integrate things carefully. So you take all that stuff in and assess it, and you decide if any of it is applicable to your own training or to your clients. And you just have to really look at it. I try to look at everything coming through, but I just gave you an example of one that I was reading within the last day or so. Right? Tipple has a video saying you're showing signs of oh, wow. Well, who cares? On a 4-day chest, tricep, back, by shoulders, and a leg split, where would you put forearm work, back, and biceps day? Maybe, yeah, possibly. That would make a lot of sense is where to put it. Larry Wheels just got knocked out doing a slap off against a competitor at the gym. That's silly. Do you implement Kegel training for your clients? Usually not. Yeah, so let's see. Let me check out this Josh Tip YouTube channel. I don't even see any content. Does the guy even have any content? I don't see anything. I don't really care. Jason, have you using the pedals on the floor and playing Xbox? I haven't played my Xbox in forever. I use it to watch TV here in my office sometimes when I'm painting. But yeah, I use my pedals all the time. Would a 4-day-a-week training be much better than a 3-day-a-week for intermediate? Potentially, yeah. I mean, it depends how much volume we're doing. I have people who get great gains on 3-day-a-week, to be fair. Greg Doucette says that cardio kills gains. He said running and walking too much, eat away calories, you can build muscle. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. That's the data even shows otherwise. Hey, Jason, I think doing workouts in public gyms. I understand where you're coming from, and I totally get it, but choosing not to do so. All right. Hey, Josh, since you're saying that you were not, I'll check your stuff out when I get time and see if I'll verify for myself if you're actually a troll or not. How's that, to be fair? I think that's reasonable rather than just take word for it. And if you are, I'll just get you out of here. Is that fair? Otherwise, I have no issue with you. Other than, hey, Josh, I'll ask you real quick. So if it turns out you really do have some stuff, hating on me, my question would be why? I would ask the simple question of, have I done something to you? Have I wronged you in some way? What's your favorite high protein desserts? Anything you make and add protein powder to? Marcelo, it has nothing to do with me personally being messed with. I don't think you understand the problems, and that's okay. It's not about me being paranoid in that regard. Like, I'm actually not scared of people being a problem. I don't like other people and places being harassed as a result. It's just not fair to those people. So I don't do it often. Do you think you'll ever retire from the Iron Game? Nope. Are you dressing up for Halloween? Maybe. I don't think people understand the fan club that Jason has assembled. Bob says, Jason, you okay? You seem out of it. I'm a little tired today. I took a nap earlier, though. Going into environment is essential to have your training interrupted wouldn't make sense. Yeah, exactly. I don't want when I've got a home gym. I actually think the Reg Park physique could be a good match for you. Maybe actually thicker than Frank Zane, both great. Yeah, and you're probably right, but I still like the whole Frank Zane is an ideal. Chris says chocolate covered raspberry. That could be good. Do you still recommend Simeon? That's like the second time that's come up. I don't understand where this naps between. Did I say that joking one day or something? And it is a joke like April Fool's or something and forgot about it? Because you're the second or third person who's brought that up. And I've never advocated taking a nap between sets, any sort of real advice, unless I did it just joking somewhere once. Yeah. What do you think about myofibrillar hypertrophy? You're going to need to be more specific. What do you mean, bull? It's a documented phenomenon in humans and animals. So I don't understand your question. It's something that we measure and we know a lot about in the lab. That's my thoughts on it. All right, James says, bro, you've been getting shredded. Great job. Appreciate it, bro. Slowly but surely. Can you explain the 10% thing when you can't complete a set or move up? Yes, it's to keep you close to failure while still progressing. It is a fail safe to keep you in the rough intensity level that you need to be in for a novice who can't gauge and pick your own weights correctly. It's an idiot-proof fail-safe if you just follow it. I remember you once said you took a nap. That was probably me joking around with something. Just like, it's not. I've never got up and advocated sleeping between sets as an actual strategy, though. That's funny. I might have joked and maybe took a nap after a set once to check around and got up and lifted again. But it was probably because I was tired or whatever that morning and scoofing off and training at home or something. Coach, can you squat your guitar a bit for fun? No. I don't want to squat my guitars, dude. That's not the purpose of a guitar. Coach, can you, I wasn't much more muscular at all when I training. It's strong compared to when I stop. Is that common? What? I don't understand your question. What type of coaching do you do? Strength coaching. I do even physique coaching at this point. Right? Arnold always talked about Reg Park and his inspiration too, which, yeah, he did. Does your guitar playing sometimes affect your training? No. Yeah, you never advocated to do that. You only did it once, as far as I know. Yeah, I might have done it, mentioned it in a vlog once. I've never advocated it as a method. Reg Park talked about setting alarms off and waking up to eat. Can you wait too much from your system? Yeah, in theory, but it really is just going to be a waste of your time. Like maybe on a max or something, you might cool down too much. You know, if you're doing heavy singles with 600 on a deadlift or something. But barring that sort of thing as a possible problem, it's just that you're wasting time. Matt says, I was listening to, oh man, we're 56 minutes in. I'm going to wind this down. Let me get Matt's question since he's a paying member, and then I'm going to roll this out. I was listening to a podcast and some bodybuilder said Lee Haney would take 45-second naps between sets. What? That can't be true. All right, guys, go ahead and wind this down. So I hope it's been informative. I love all of you guys and gals, and I will talk to you next time. Let me give you guys a forearm shut. Oh, let me get rid of this. This is the dislike. All right.